Hey there, beautiful people, and welcome to the midday moment. Just as you need your physical exercises so that your body can move with you, can move you. You need your physical exercises so that your body can move you, can take you where you need to go, and your body can function on your behalf. You need your physical exercises for that. Likewise, you need your spiritual exercises so that your soul can support you where you need to be, where you need to go, what you need to do, and it can function for you appropriately in a healthy way. We call the four internal parts of you the soul: your mind, what you think; your intellect, your filters, how you filter those thoughts; your heart, your feelings, your intuition, your energy in motion, and your will, how you act out all those thoughts and feelings. We call that the soul. And your soul needs exercises. Well, the midday moment is here to support your soul work, to support your spiritual exercises that feed your soul. And so I sometimes go over very specific definitions of some of that soul work. Sometimes I just generally say it's your prayer work, your meditation work, and so forth. Okay. Well, this month, though, the specific highlight for soul work is mindfulness, meditation, and breathing. So, mindfulness being, sometimes just taking out a moment to be mindful of all of your surroundings in your present moment and give gratitude for all that you are sensitive to and are experiencing in that moment. That's mindfulness. um and not allowing yourself to just be so distracted by all the if ands and all the other stuff. But for right now, meditation, perhaps taking a topic, a theme, that you really just kind of sit with for a period of time, and breathing, just taking that deep conscious cleansing breath, taking that deep breath right then and there. Yeah. So that's a part of your soul work, spiritual exercises for the soul so that you can be healthy inside and out. All right. Okay. Another part of working spiritual exercise, or working your exercises for your soul, is studying, researching, reading, studying, and researching. So, reading, studying, and researching, certainly from a faith perspective, but really for anything that you need to read up on for your health, your body, your money, some investments, purchasing, raising children, marriage, love. All of these different things you can read up on. Something for your job, your genre, your career. All of this is a part of studying, reading, studying, and researching. We also do it from a faith perspective. Along with, from a faith perspective, we do scriptures, denials, and affirmations, so that you take some kind of that you take a scripture, and you allow it to give you life application. You can study scripture literally, you can study it as literature, and you can study it for life application. And so when you do that, you can then use the life application of that scripture to help you deny, get rid of thoughts that no longer serve you, and then help you to affirm what does serve you. Okay, what serves you well. Put it that way. So I have been sharing affirmations out of this. I call it a catalog. It's a catalog of affirmations, empowerment statements, Kingdom 360. We call it Kingdom because Kingdom is how we refer to a system of being, understanding that you are a divine presence. You are a part of a royal priesthood. You are a divine presence in the earth. Okay. We all are. We just all act like it, but you are. And so kingdom is what we use to refer to that system of being, thinking, seeing, rooted in, again, you knowing who you are as a divine presence in the earth. You are purpose in motion. You didn't show up just, I know you might have heard a story. Mama didn't intend to get pregnant, or maybe there was a rape or incest, all these different things, or one night stand, whatever it might have been. That was a vehicle It was a vehicle, and you got here through that vehicle, and there's purpose even in that, because that just unlocks, many times it unlocks compassion that you didn't think you had, sensitivities that you didn't think you had. All of that still came together, and you as a divine idea, as a divine expression, came through that in the earth. And so knowing that you are just that, a divine expression in the earth. And so that's rooted in that concept of kingdom. So these are kingdom affirmations. And so today is the 197th day of 2026. And the affirmation for today is faith equals belief plus trust. Faith equals belief plus trust. All right. So it's an equation for you. The background is Hebrews 11 and 6. Hebrews 11 and 6, and we actually touched on this yesterday when we were catching up from 192 to 196, that there's a difference between faith and belief. That belief, you can have positive and negative beliefs, but faith is it's extremely spiritual. It's spiritual. It's potent. Um, it's spiritual in that we refer to the life application here in the Hebrews 11:6. Without faith, it's impossible to please God. Without knowing that you are a divine expression in the earth, you need to know that. You didn't know that. You know that you're a divine expression in the earth. You need to know that you were created in the image and the likeness of God. I don't get wrapped up into the literal definitions of creation, whether man just showed up fully formed, or whether there was a process, evolution and all these different things. So many different ways to approach that. What I do know, what I do have faith in, that there is a divine presence in me, through me, as me, outside of me, in you. That there's a divine presence, light, love, energy, creator. There's a divine presence. And in order for me to live my best life, I have faith. I must believe that. I must have faith in that. I have faith in that divine presence. Not only do I believe it, because you can believe something, you gotta have faith in it. Not only do I believe it, I have faith in this concept of divinity. Has to be. There has to be something bigger than me and you in this physical form in operation. And trusting that, trusting that, trusting that, having confidence in that propels me, propels me to then act and produce results from a higher consciousness. Yep. I heard the comedian Cat Williams say, I don't know how long ago he said this. I saw one of those reels on social media. You better believe in something. I mean, when you don't lend yourself to faith, belief, and trust, and something bigger than just this physical representation of a hand and a face, if you put all your faith in physical looks and physical things, and there are people that do that, they put all their faith in physical things, their look, their house, their car, their title, their job. When you put all your faith in that, let me tell you, disappointment after disappointment with no resilience, because you're still going to be disappointed. Even with faith in God, you're going to be disappointed, but there's a resilience that kicks in, where you're able to overcome, where you're able to walk through the valley of the shadow of death. But if your ultimate faith is in the physicality of a look or a thing, it does not give you the resilience you need to walk through life. All these people's beautiful homes destroyed in the fire in California. What was that? I'm not gonna say it right. Pass or something in California. The past couple of years, people lost their home, $1 million homes. You got to have faith in something other than a physical entity. a physical entity. You gotta have faith in something other than that. And so I'm encouraging you. This is how I'm working with the affirmation. Now you can take this affirmation and you can work with it in a different way. I'm not gonna call you wrong. Okay. Let it give life to you in however way you allow it to. You can embrace it. But I'm talking from how it's given life to me, where my faith is, where my how I'm allowing my belief to then lead me into faith and trust, ultimate trust and confidence. And it has the fruit of that for me is that it gives me a resilience. It gives me a resilience in life, a resilience that allows me to yet be creative for my next. All of these things might have been destroyed, but the same energy, faith, and energy that it took to create that, guess what? I'm holding on to that so I can create my next. So I can create my next moving forward. My creating my next, co-collaborating with divinity to create my next good in the earth. That's where I'm going to end today. That's it for me. I am co-creating. I am co-creating my next good in the earth. I am co-creating with divinity. I am co-creating with God. I'm co-creating with the light. That's what this combination of belief, trust, and faith is doing for me. It's allowing me to move into the next day to co-create my next good in the earth. Without that, I get stuck in yesterday. Without that, I get stuck in yesterday and I don't have what I need to go to the next day, to go from faith to faith, strength to strength, and glory to glory. So these are words that we may throw around very casually. They're very important words for you to give some perspective to. You may do it differently, say it differently, but you better work something up in there. Because when you lose this, when you have no belief, no trust, no faith, when you lose all of that, you lose your creative power to live, to move forward into the next day. So I'm co-creating. I am embracing belief, my belief in God, my belief in divinity. I'm embracing my faith and my trust in it because it's allowing me to have the resilience I need to overcome, walk through life, and create my next good in the earth. That blesses me. I'm done. I love you. I bless you. Don't be stingy. You can like and share. Make sure you subscribe to the CAN Network, Kingdom Access Network YouTube channel. That is the hub, the home for these inspirations. These videos on the other platforms are not guaranteed to live. And so we invite you to go to KN Plus. You can see multiple versions of inspirations, kingdom inspirations, and teachings there to encourage you, to inspire you, to lift you, to pray with you. Yes, to support you overcoming. I close with this and I live with this. There's a certain way that I live my life. I'm demonstrating in this conversation certain ways that I live my life, think through life, navigate through life so that I can overcome on purpose. I can live on purpose. I got a plan for my health, my body, my relationships, and my money. So these are the certain ways that I live, think through, navigate life so that I can overcome on purpose, live on purpose, and live out my purpose. I believe that each of us come into this earthly experience with different gifts, talents, and sensitivities through these situations so that we can live out our purpose, a higher meaning, a higher calling in the earth. Yeah. All right. Bless you. Love you. God bless. Don't be stingy. Like and share.